When the lion roars, the darkness trembles. When the sun rises, the soul remembers who it truly is. In the timeless tapestry of existence, there is a light that awakens the dormant spirit, a fire that purifies the heart. This is the light of Surya, the celestial eye of the cosmos, whose golden gaze has nourished civilizations and guided sages since the very first dawn. He is the source of all that is, the eternal witness to the dance of creation and dissolution. To look upon the sun is to look upon the face of life itself, to feel the warmth of a divine embrace that has never once faltered. And woven into this radiant legacy is a symbol of unparalleled majesty and power, the lion. Simha, the king of beasts, the embodiment of Surya's own fiery strength and profound, silent stillness. The lion does not merely represent the sun. It is the earthly echo of its untamed glory, a living testament to the courage that resides within the core of every soul. It is the raw, untethered power of the solar force made manifest, a guardian of the sacred light that waits to be kindled within you. From the dawn of creation, the sun, Surya, has been worshipped as the eye of the universe, the source of all life and wisdom. His effulgence is not merely physical. It is the spiritual illumination that dispels the shadows of ignorance and fear. Across the eons, humanity has turned its face towards his rising, recognizing in his daily pilgrimage a promise of renewal, a cycle of hope that transcends all despair. In the ancient traditions of Sanatana Dharma, Surya is revered as Surya Narayan, the visible form of the ultimate reality, the divine sustainer whose energy flows through every blade of grass, every beating heart, every distant star. To connect with Surya is to connect with the very heartbeat of the universe, to align oneself with the cosmic rhythm that governs all things. And among his symbols, none is more majestic than the lion, the creature that embodies both fiery strength and silent stillness. The lion's roar is the voice of truth, a primal vibration that shakes the foundations of illusion and awakens the sleeping consciousness. Its presence signifies sovereignty, not over others, but over the self, the mastery of one's own inner kingdom. The lion's unwavering gaze mirrors the sun's constant light, a symbol of a focused, one-pointed awareness that penetrates all veils of deception. It is in this sacred union of solar fire and leonine courage that the path to self-realization is revealed, a journey from the twilight of doubt to the radiant noon of spiritual clarity. The lion represents the awakened soul, fearless and resplendent, basking in the light of its own divine nature, a nature that is one and the same with the eternal sun, the chariot of Surya, a celestial marvel described in the sacred verses of the Vedas, is a vision of cosmic order and divine motion. It is a chariot forged from pure gold, gleaming with a light that outshines 1,000 suns, a vessel of unimaginable splendor that traverses the vast expanse of the heavens. It symbolizes the relentless and perfect passage of time, the unwavering discipline of the cosmic laws that govern our universe. Surya, the divine charioteer, stands at its helm, his form radiating wisdom and compassion, guiding this magnificent vehicle on its eternal journey across the sky, bringing light and life to all realms of existence. This journey is not merely a physical passage from east to west. It is a profound metaphor for the soul's own journey through the cycles of life, death, and rebirth, ever moving towards the ultimate destination of moksha, or liberation. The chariot's movement represents the dynamic, active principle of the divine, the force of creation that is always in motion, always unfolding, always revealing new dimensions of reality. It is a symbol of progress, of the soul's upward ascent from the lower realms of consciousness to the highest peaks of spiritual attainment. The golden brilliance of the chariot signifies the purity and incorruptibility of the divine path, a way of truth that cannot be tarnished by the impurities of the material world. To visualize this chariot is to invoke its qualities within oneself: discipline, purpose, and an unstoppable momentum towards the light. In ancient hymns of the Rig Veda, Surya rides across the heavens on a golden chariot drawn by 7 shining horses, the rays of divine light. These are not ordinary steeds, but ethereal beings of pure energy, each one a distinct hue of the rainbow, representing the 7 fundamental vibrations of creation, the 7 chakras within the human body, and the 7 days of the week. They are the 7 streams of consciousness that flow from the divine source, carrying the life-giving energy of the sun to every corner of existence. Their gallop is the rhythm of the cosmos, a perfectly synchronized dance that maintains the delicate balance of the universe. Aruna, the charioteer and personification of the dawn, holds their reins, his reddish glow heralding the imminent arrival of the full glory of the sun. But in deeper symbolism, the lion walks beside this chariot, not as a servant, but as the guardian of cosmic truth. The lion does not pull the chariot. Its role is far more profound. It is the static, unmoving principle of the absolute, the silent, eternal truth that underpins all of creation's dynamic play. While the horses represent the ever-changing, manifest world of light and energy, the lion represents the unchanging, unmanifest source from which they emerge. It is the stillness at the center of the storm, the silence from which the sacred sound of Om is born. The lion is the guardian of Dharma, the cosmic law, ensuring that the chariot of time and creation stays true to its divine course. It walks beside Surya as an equal, a reflection of the sun's own sovereign power, a reminder that true strength is not just in movement and action, but in the deep, uncheckable stillness of being. The lion is the keeper of the secret fire, the protector of the esoteric knowledge that the sun's light reveals only to those with the courage to face it. When the soul awakens to its own inner sun, the world is transformed. When the heart roars with the courage of a lion, fear dissolves into light. In the sacred traditions of the Upanishads, fire, or Agni, is revered as the primordial teacher, the first spark of wisdom that illuminates the path of the seeker. This elemental force is not merely an external phenomenon. It is the very essence of consciousness, the eternal flame that resides within the heart of all beings. The lion, in its majestic and untamed glory, embodies this sacred fire. It is a living, breathing manifestation of Agni, its golden mane a corona of solar radiance, its roar the crackle of a purifying blaze. The lion is fire personified, fierce in its power, yet radiant in its presence. It represents the untamable spirit that burns away the dross of ignorance, illusion, and fear, relentlessly consuming the veils that obscure the true self. To encounter the lion is to witness the raw, unyielding power of nature, a power that commands respect and awakens a primal understanding of life and death. This is not the fire of chaotic destruction, but the transformative flame of spiritual alchemy. It is the fire that forges the soul, tempering it in the crucible of experience until it emerges, shining and unbreakable. To face the lion, whether in the wild plains or in the vast wilderness of one's own inner landscape, is to confront the blazing, undeniable truth of one's own being. It is a call to awaken the dormant courage that lies within, to shed the skin of timidity and self-doubt. The lion's gaze is a mirror, reflecting the potential for a fearless, eternal, and divine existence. It challenges us to burn away the trivialities and attachments that bind us, to let go of the fleeting identities we construct, and to embrace the immortal soul that is our birthright. The lion's spirit teaches us that true power is not found in dominion over others, but in the mastery of oneself. It is the quiet confidence of knowing one's own strength, the unwavering integrity of living in alignment with one's highest truth. This inner fire, this lion-hearted consciousness, is the light that guides us through the darkness, the warmth that sustains us in the cold, and the energy that propels us toward our ultimate liberation. It is the flame of awareness, ever present and ever brilliant, waiting to be recognized and unleashed. When we kindle this internal fire, we become like the lion, a radiant force of nature, a beacon of consciousness in a world longing for light. We learn to walk our path with dignity and grace, to protect what is sacred, and to live a life of profound purpose and unwavering conviction. The lion is the ultimate symbol of sovereignty, not the sovereignty of a king over a kingdom, but the sovereignty of the soul over its own domain. It is the flame of consciousness, burning brightly for all eternity. From the boundless, life-giving light of Surya, the sun god, emerges a force of unparalleled divine intervention, Narasimha, the formidable man-lion incarnation of Vishnu. He is not born from a womb, but bursts forth from a stone pillar, a dramatic and potent symbol of the divine's ability to manifest anywhere, at any time, to restore cosmic order. Narasimha is the embodiment of righteous fury, a protective power that rises when adharma, or unrighteousness, threatens the very fabric of existence. His appearance is a direct response to the prayers of the devout and the arrogance of the tyrannical. His roar is not merely a sound. It is a cosmic vibration that shatters the foundations of ego and shakes the pillars of injustice. It is the sound of truth tearing through the illusions of darkness, a deafening announcement that the reign of tyranny has come to an end. The story of Narasimha and the Demon King. Hiranyakashipu is a profound allegory for the eternal struggle between faith and ego, between divine law and personal ambition. Hiranyakashipu, blinded by his own power and a boon that made him nearly invincible, believed himself to be the supreme master of the universe. He outlawed the worship of the gods and demanded that all praise be directed only to him. His hubris represents the ultimate inflation of the human ego, a state of consciousness so consumed by its own importance that it loses all connection to the sacred. It is his own son, Prahlada, a young boy of unwavering faith in Vishnu, who becomes the catalyst for divine intervention. Prahlada's devotion is a flame that cannot be extinguished, a testament to the enduring power of a pure heart. Narasimha's arrival is therefore not just an act of vengeance, but a necessary rebalancing of the cosmos. He is the ultimate protector, the divine guardian who demonstrates that no amount of worldly power or clever maneuvering can defy the universal law of Dharma. He is not simply a destroyer, raining down indiscriminate wrath. His actions are precise, targeted, and imbued with profound purpose. He is the divine surgeon, cutting away the cancerous growth of ego to save the soul of the world. Narasimha is the powerful and urgent reminder that the divine is not a distant, passive observer, but an active, compassionate force that will always rise to protect the righteous and uphold the balance of the universe. His form, a fusion of man and lion, signifies the harnessing of primal, untamed power in service of divine intelligence and compassion, showing that the fiercest strength can be an instrument of the highest love. Meditation upon Surya, the radiant solar deity, transcends the mere worship of the external sun, that celestial orb of fire and light that graces our skies each dawn. It is a profound and transformative journey inward, a pilgrimage to the very core of our being, where lies the dormant inner sun, the solar heart, known in ancient traditions as the Lion of Surya. This is not a physical organ, but an esoteric center of consciousness, a locus of spiritual power, brilliance, and unwavering courage. When this inner lion, the symbolic representation of our innate strength in divine radiance, begins to stir from its slumber, a monumental shift occurs within the landscape of the soul. The shadows of the mind, those fleeting phantoms of fear, doubt, anxiety, and despair that so often haunt our waking moments and trouble our dreams, begin to lose their power. They are not fought, not wrestled with, but are simply dissolved by the burgeoning light from within, much like the morning mist evaporates under the gentle yet persistent rays of the rising sun. The awakening of this solar heart signifies a return to our true nature, a nature that is inherently fearless, luminous, and sovereign. Each breath, once a simple, unconscious act of survival, is transfigured into a potent declaration of existence, a conscious affirmation of vitality. It becomes a roar of life, a powerful current of prana that not only sustains the physical body, but also fuels the inner flame, causing it to burn brighter and more intensely with every inhalation and exhalation. This conscious breathing becomes a sacred rhythm, a percussive beat that echoes the very pulse of the cosmos. Similarly, each heartbeat, the steady, rhythmic drum within the chest, transforms from a mere biological function into a sacred hymn, a continuous chant offered in praise of the eternal, undying light that resides at the center of all things. The physical heart becomes the altar, and its beating becomes the prayer, a constant reminder of the divine presence that dwells within us. The practitioner no longer sees themselves as a separate fragile entity adrift in a vast and different universe, but as a living vessel of the sun's energy, a microcosm of the solar system with a radiant star at their very center. This inner sun becomes the true source of warmth, guidance, and illumination, a constant wellspring of strength that can be drawn upon in times of darkness and uncertainty, ensuring that one never truly walks alone or in fear. When the diligent seeker, after countless moments of practice and patient observation, finally achieves a state of profound stillness, a remarkable transformation takes place. The inner lion, that vibrant symbol of untamed power and roaring vitality, no longer needs to announce its presence with a thunderous roar. Its fierce, declarative cries, which once served to scatter the shadows and affirm its awakening, now subside into a profound and all-encompassing quietude. For in this sacred stillness, silence itself becomes the lion's voice. It is a silence that is not empty or void, but pregnant with meaning, power, and presence. It is the roar of silence, a vibration so deep and fundamental that it underlies all of creation, a soundless sound that speaks directly to the soul without the need for words or concepts. In that deep, meditative quiet, the perception of reality fundamentally shifts. The sun, once perceived as a distant star shining far above in the celestial vault, is now experienced as an immanent, indwelling reality. It shines not above, but within. The boundary between the inner and the outer dissolves, and the seeker realizes that the light they sought in the external world was a reflection of the true source burning brightly within their own heart. This is the ultimate realization of the Surya path, the recognition that divinity is not something to be worshipped from afar, but a living, breathing essence to be embodied. The Lion of Surya, this magnificent emblem of solar consciousness, radiant power, and fearless freedom, is not a mythological beast confined to ancient scriptures or a deity reserved for a select few. It lives, it breathes, and it reigns in the heart of every awakened soul. To be awakened is to live with this inner lion, fully conscious and active, to allow its golden light to permeate every cell of one's being and to inform every thought, word, and action. An awakened soul is radiant, effortlessly shining their inner light upon the world, not to be seen, but simply because it is their nature to shine. They are fearless, not because they are immune to hardship or pain, but because their connection to the unwavering inner sun provides them with an unshakable foundation of courage and resilience. And they are free, liberated from the chains of external validation and the internal prisons of fear and self-doubt, living in accordance with the sovereign truth of their own illuminated heart. The Lion of Surya is the birthright of every human being, a timeless symbol of the glorious potential for divinity that sleeps within us, waiting for the dawn of our own conscious awakening. Do not chase the light outside. Become the lion that guards the sun within.